Hello everyone, welcome to Salesforce Network Salesforce Administrator tutorial. Sharing rules should be created only for object whose OWD is private. Sharing rule only extend the access, they can't restrict the access. Sharing rules are of two types: owner-based sharing rules, criteria-based sharing rules. Owner-based sharing. Choose this option if you want to share records based on their owner. We can share a record owned by a user or group of users with other users. We can share records based on roles and subordinates, and public groups. Let's see an example. Share all records owned by Salesforce Network. This is a username. This is one user account with user A. This is another user account. Share the records whose role is director. So user A having director role. So just log into our Salesforce account. So click on setup. Settings, security, sharing settings. So just scroll down. So we have to find the sharing setting for the student object. So here, student sharing rules. Click on new. So just provide the essential details. Student sharing rule. Use sharing rules to make automatic expansions of, to your organization while sharing settings for defined sets of users. So here just provide the essential details, the rule name. Here I am providing student owner page sharing, and provide the description, sharing the records basis of owner. Select your rule type. So based on record owner, select which record to be shared. Student owned by members of roles, public groups, roles and subordinates. So by public group. So we had created a public group by the name public group demo. So I had selected this one. Select the user to share with. So to whom I want to share the records, click on roles, and for the director I had given user A account director role. So which type of access I want to assign. Select the level of access for the user. Access level is read only or read and write. So I am providing the read write permission. Save. The recalculation of sharing access will continue in the background. You will receive an email notification upon completion. Do you want to continue? Yes. So maybe sometimes it's taking little bit of time. again just log into our user A account. So previously we had made the OWD as private, so the owner of user only can see the record. But now this user is able to see all the records and can edit and modify the record. So in the student sharing rule, here we are given the public group demo, public group, and shared with role director, and access level is read write. If all I want to cross verify the records is shared by this user A account, so simply I am going with our main account. In the administration, just open the users. So I am making this user A account rule. I am removing not specified. Click save. Again come back to our user A account. Refresh the page. Let's see is he is able to see all the records. Now user A account is not able to see or not able to edit and modify all the records what is earlier shared by Salesforce network account. So like this we are sharing the records on the behalf of owner. Criteria based sharing. Select this option if we want to share records based on specific criteria such as field values. They look at field values or record types to determine if they can share a record. Typically, you will use criteria-based sharing rules to share records with specific users or groups based on the values of certain fields. Let's see an example. Share the records whose role is manager. Share all the records having country is India with user A. So user A is our account. Let's log into our Salesforce account. Using the sharing rule, OWD must be private. So under settings, there is security. Click sharing settings. So for student object, access is private. Again coming down, for the student sharing rule, already there is a owner based sharing. For the role director and access level is read and write. Again we are going to create one more sharing rule on this particular object. Use sharing rule to make automatic expansions to your organization-wide sharing settings for defined sets of users. So in the step 1, rule name, student criteria based sharing, and provide the description. Here I am giving this sharing is based on criteria. Select your rule type, that is based on criteria. So criteria, field, operator and value. So we have to share the record whose country is India. So select the country equals to India. That all the record I need to share with user A account. So step 4, select the user to share with public group. So I am giving here roles, and in the roles I have to make it manager, and access level I am providing it read only. So before clicking on save button, let's log into user A account and see how many records is getting owned by this user on the student object. So he is only owning 003 record, and it's also created by user A itself. So come back to our main account, click on save button. So the recalculation of sharing access will continue in the background. You will receive an email notification upon completion. Do you want to continue? Okay. Also, we need to verify the role of particular user. So in our case, user is user A account, and there is no role assigned for this particular user. So click on edit, assign the role manager what we had created in our role session. So now if I am going with user A account, so now here we are able to see two records. This record is owned by user A itself, and country is India. If it is not India, then also he is able to see this particular record because owner is user A itself. Just check the second record 004. This is owner is Salesforce network, our main account, and here country is India. So it is shared on the behalf of criteria. Again, coming back to our main account, just open the employee management system application. Click on student. So 003 and 004. Cross verify this 002 account. So 2 is United States, so it's not shared, and 5 is again United States, so it's also not shared. Like this we are sharing the record on the behalf of criteria. To share with manual sharing, switch to classic view. OWD must be private for that object. Select the manual user record sharing checkbox to display the sharing button on user detail pages, which enables user to share their records with others. Sharing records individually with other users, use share button on record. Let's see an example. OW should be private to share the record manually. Let's log into our Salesforce account. So primary we need to verify from the setting, security, sharing setting. So to do the practical for this manual sharing, just make course object private and click on save button. So it may take a little bit of time. So this we are doing in our main account, Salesforce network account. Also for the course object, we need to verify just come down. So for custom object permission for the course, it's view all and modify all. Let's make it unchecked, view all and modify all, because it is going to dominate. So just click on this uncheck, view all and modify all, hit the save button. Again just go to user A account, reload the page, click on course, click on all. So now we are not able to see any course in the user A account, because from the user A account there is no any course record has been created. But coming back to our main account, Salesforce network account, there is one record of course owned by Salesforce network. So I am going to share this particular record. So switch to Salesforce classic view. Look for course object here. So there is one course record. Click on this particular, click on sharing. So Salesforce network, add, user A, add. I am giving the read only access, click save. So again go to user A account and just reload this page. So now we are able to see this record owned by Salesforce network, and here it is only view access. So in this case we can't modify the record. So here 2500 fee is there, just make it 3000 and click on save button. So it is not allowing us to save the record with doing modification, because we had given the view access only or read only access only from the Salesforce network user. So like this we are manually sharing the record. Thank you. And